guys, welcome to my channel. Today I will be reviewing one of the best books I've read so far this year, and I'm pretty sure you're able to guess it because I've been raving about it on my Instagram stories and Goodreads. Red Sister by Mark Lawrence. This is the first book in the Book of Ancestor series, and it's a trilogy. So it'll have 3 books. The first one I've read, the second one I am about to start with the third one. So let's begin with this review. Here's my copy of the Red Sister. The first thing that I'd like to say about this book is that it is a phenomenal start to a series that is fast becoming one of my favorite series of all times. It is a brilliant book which has basically everything a fantasy lover can ask for. If you love fantasy books, then this is a series you have to read. This book basically has everything a fantasy lover can dream of. It has adventure, action, drama, assassin nuns, hateful villains, some really amazing chills and thrills, and some really good plot twists. Okay, so the best part for me in this book was the concept of assassin nuns. I have never really read any book on a similar concept before, so it was really refreshing for me, especially because I've been schooled in a convent myself, and it was good to see the nuns being badass killers and basically practitioners of magic and stuff like that. So it was a very good concept. The second best thing in this book is the characterization. I absolutely love the main protagonist, that is Nonna. She is a 8-9-year-old girl who is so innocent and vulnerable and doesn't know why everyone hates her. She has basically a gift which she thinks of as a curse, but obviously that is the thing that saves her in situations. And the unpredictability of the plot really complemented the character, because the character herself is pretty unpredictable, but because of the connection you develop with her, you kind of start getting into her head and understanding where she's coming from and why she's taking the decisions that she's making. And overall, it was a joyous ride to be with Nonna and her friends, the friendships she develops along the way in the convent. So the secondary characters in this book are equally amazing and badass. I really like the character of Clara, though I was able to see that there was going to be some further twists related to that friendship, but I'm not giving away any spoilers again. just just ignore that. Okay, so I loved Clara, I loved Arabella, I loved Hessa, and okay, again, no spoilers, but I did not like how the book ended for Hessa. But again, Jula was good, and the other friends, I'm forgetting the names because I actually read the second book, so I don't want to confuse the names because there are different characters in that book. So yeah, I loved the cast of characters. I loved the nuns at the convent, Abyss Glass, and the nuns, Pan, Kettle, Apple, Sister Pan is, I guess, Mr. Shade. But yes, I really love them all. I also love Sister Tallow a lot. There's a lot of role of Sister Tallow in the first book, so I really loved her. We don't get to see a lot of her in the second book, so I kind of forgot the name, so I had to look it up. But yes, I love Sister Tallow along with the other sisters that I mentioned. Basically, the concept of this book is so unique, it's fresh, it's intense, and it has layers and layers of complexity that makes it more real, and it is just so intense that you find yourself getting wrapped up in it automatically. I mean, it is hard not to get involved in this world and not to like it. The writing of Dr. Lawrence is simply outstanding. It is simple yet effective and very powerful. Okay, I'm totally running out of words in describing how much I love this book, so I'll just stop here. But another thing I wanted to clear is that a lot of people on Goodreads compared this book to Harry Potter. I have no idea why they did it, because uh, by the time you get to the end of the book, you kind of actually realize that this book is nothing like Harry Potter. Initially, though, yes, I did get a feel that it's kind of like revisiting Harry Potter, but in a much darker settings. But by the end of the book, that thought completely flew out of my head and it never came back again, even after reading the second book, because this book is simply so dark and intense that it makes Harry Potter look like a suckling child. I mean, I love Harry Potter. I have a huge love for Harry Potter movies. I haven't read all the books, though I did go through the first 4 5 books, and this book is nothing like it. The ages of characters has always been a topic of discussion when it comes to Mark Lawrence's books, because the earlier book that I read by Mark Lawrence was Prince of Thorns. In that, the main character, I guess Jog, I am forgetting the name, but his age was 13 years old. But when you read the book, you didn't really feel that he was 13, you felt like he was a bit elder. But that time when I read the book, almost 3 to 4 years back, I guess even I had this issue with the age, so I basically just thought that he was maybe older. I didn't particularly got stuck up on the fact that he was 13 years old, but a lot of people did, because I remember having this discussion with a couple of friends on my reading group RMFAO. But this time when I read the book, I didn't particularly find it odd to read about a girl who was just 8 to 9 years old and who had such good understanding of the world. Basically, maybe because I don't know, I might have just evolved in my own writings, for all I know. But yeah, it just felt justified. Somehow it just feels justified. Now that I think about the earlier character as well, from Prince of Thorns, it kind of feels justified, because yes, circumstances can actually make people understand the world better at no matter whatever their age is. So obviously, that is one thing that I really wanted to clear in this review, because I still found a lot of reviews on Goodreads where people were discussing the age and stuff, but you really can't get hung up on such kind of stuff if you really like the book. So I just wanted to get it out of the way. I obviously give this book 5 out of 5 stars. This book is a beautiful blend of fantasy and speculative fiction, and anyone who is into fantasy or speculative fiction and loves dystopian settings, this book is it. You have to read it. Thanks a lot for watching my video. If you liked it, do give a thumbs up and do follow my channels on IGTV and YouTube. Thank you. Bye.